Hello guys, welcome to the another video. This is Uzair Ahmed and I bring our latest video on the data analyst in which we can see how we are going to clean the data and how we will take the important information from the data set and how we are going to make the graphs using the different columns and take out the different things for the companies. And here we will going to work on the hotel booking case study. So in this I am going to import the pandas as pd, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and taking the warnings to ignore the warnings, and importing Seaborn as sns. So here you can see that these are the libraries I'm going to import in order to do the cleaning of the data, and also I am going to make the graphical shape of the data. So here you can see that I am taking the df data frame df as a variable and equal to pd.read underscore csv. In the bracket I'm taking the hotel booking which is in the same folder. This file is in the same folder where I'm taking, so I'm using this instead of the path. So I'm taking the df.head in the two columns I would like to see. So here you can see the two rows and the columns. See the hotel is cancelled lead. So here I would like to see how exactly the data set looks like. So that's why I called two columns, two rows in it. And here you can see the hotel is cancelled, lead time, arrival date year, arrival date month, and other things like you need to have the booking for the hotel. So here you can see the name, email, phone number, credit card. Those things we don't need because we also only going to work in the is cancelled. So we would like to see why the reservation is getting cancelled from this data set. Okay, so here we are going to start working on the data cleaning and see what exactly the rows and the columns in the data set. So here I'm using df.shape the function, and here you can see it's showing that we have this rows and this columns we have. Okay, so the data set is too big, and here I would like to see what exactly, like there are the null values, there are the empty values in the cells or no. So here we use the function df dot is null in the bracket close dot sum in the brackets. So when you run this function you will find in which rows you will have the 0 and in which columns, in which rows you have the values. So here you can see country has 488 empty cells, and in the agent is this and the company is this. Like these are the cells which are empty. So we need to fill it, we need to delete it. So we need to manage it because we are going to do the cleaning of the data. So we need to uh, manage the data set. Okay, so here we need to see what exactly we need for the country. Like if country is important for us, if it is important for us, so yes, we have to fill the data for it. And if it is not important for us, so we can drop it. So here you can see agent and the company has the big numbers. So now let's call this function display. In the bracket we will call the df our data set, and in the large bracket we are using the 0 semicolon, sorry, the colon and 2 and dot t. So here we can have the list of the columns and the two rows. So here we are looking at all the information in the vertical form. Okay, so you can see these are the values. Now what we are going to do, we are going to see the exploratory data. So here we are going to call the columns, all the columns. So df.columns, it will be showing like this. And if you would like to see the information regarding our dataset, df.info, simply we will see. So here we have the entries and we have the columns 36 in it. So you can see the hotel is the d type is object, and lead time is integer 64, is cancelled as integer 64. So if you talk about the data set here, which is showing 36 of the columns. So now what we are going to see, we are going to see here in this line, we are using the df and using the reservation status date. See here, reservation status date. So we are taking all this the same as it is here in the column. So is equal to, we are going to get the date for the reservation. Okay. So when we will do it, the reservation status date column will be generated. Now what we are going to do, we are going to check the values. Okay, with the describe function, df.describe includes is equal to object. So it will show us the object for it, and see how the data is look like the describe function. And if you would like to see the unique row in the above, how you will do it, you will do for column in def dot describe equal to. So basically I'm using the loop here, for loop here, and in the loop I am running printing the call function, col. Okay, and also I am printing the df call dot unique and printing 50. So how it is look like, see, hotel, resort, hotel, city hotel. So we have the two types in this column, in the hotel column. The one is the resort hotel and the second is the city hotel. And in the arrival date time, you can see the name of the month. And in the meal, they have this. And in the countries, it is like this. And it is showing the credit card serial number ending with this numbers. So this is how it shows. It is actually showing the details. It is describing it in this way. So we don't need to see the data like this. See, in this data set, we are not going to understand what exactly the data is look like. But in this way, we can see the name of the country's initial here. But here we cannot be able to see. And if you would like to call it, you will have the multiple repetition in it. So here you can see this in this way. So now what we are going to do, we are going to drop those which we don't need. So here, as I told you, the credit card we don't need. We don't have anything for this. Phone number we don't require. Email, name, company, agent, we don't need those things. Okay. So here I am showing you that there are number of agent and companies here, and the country is here, which has the empty cells, not empty cells. Okay, so now we are dropping it. Once we will drop it, so our data will be clean and there will be no null value, there will be no null values in it. Okay, so after doing this, we are going to check df.dropAnna in place equals to true. And after doing that, we are going to check again df dot is null in the bracket dot sum in the brackets, and we are going to see there is no row, there is no column with the name of country agent. Okay, because we have already. Okay, after doing this, we are going to check the data set df.describe. We are using the function and we are going to see the count, mean, minimum, 25, 50 percentage, maximum, and std. So we are going to analyze if the data is like in the good form or in the there will be any outlier in it. So we are going to check that if it is showing any outlier in it. So see here, you can have the maximum, minimum 50 and 54,000 in the maximum. So it is showing the ADR is 54,000, which is something like of unobvious. Okay, so we will see, we will draw the box plot. We are checking here df, and we are taking the column name ADR dot plot. We are using the box. Okay, so here you can see only one ADR is showing. Okay, so see, only one is showing above 5,000 and rest of them all under the 1,000. So we are going to remove this outlier. How we are going to remove it? We are using the remove outlier, and we are taking this function and using less than 5,000. We would like to see the data. Okay, and now after that we are checking it here in the ADR. So see, it is showing 510. In the previous it was showing 5400. Okay, so now the data is clean. Up till we have clean our data set, identify the data now. Okay, so analyze the clean and analyze and visualization now. So what exactly we are going to do? We are taking the cancelled underscore percentage is a variable, and here we are taking our data set df and taking the column is cancelled, and we want to see the total values. We are using the function value underscore count in the brackets. Okay, so now we are going to print it, and we will find the cancelled is 74,745 and not cancelled is 44,152. So you can see the maximum ratio for the cancellation, the reservation in the hotel booking is too high. Okay, so we need to find out, and we will go for the percentage also. So for the percentage, you can see where I am putting it in the normalize is equals to true. This is the function we are using for getting the percentage. Here you can see the 63 almost percentage is showing the cancelled, and 37% is only for the uh, not cancelled. Okay, so how it is going to be visualized? We are going to see the plt dot figure, and we are choosing the 5 by 4 figure size, plt title reservation status count, and plt dot bar, and in that we are taking not cancelled and cancelled, the both things we are taking. Okay, and df we are calling is cancelled, total value count, and age we are using, width we are using 0.7. So here you can see the not cancel status is this, and the cancel status is this. Okay, so now let's go down and see from another angle, and we are going to check it with this reservation status in different hotels. Like there are, as I've told you in the earlier data set, we have two things in the hotel column, the resort hotel and city hotel. So now we are checking about this difference. Okay, the cancellation reservation cancellation differences between the both city hotel and the resort hotel. So here I'm using the ax1, the variable, and taking sns dot count plot, and in the x position I'm taking hotel, and in the hue I'm taking is cancelled, and data we are calling the data frame df, which we have taken, and the palette we are using the blues. So here you can see I'm taking the legend box to anchor one by one, and I'm taking the title, X label hotel, Y label number of reservation, and legend is not cancelled and cancelled. So here you can see the resort hotel, which is not cancelled, is something just near about 30,000, and something near about 10,000 which is cancelled, and the city hotel is cancelled something around 34,000 you must say, which is cancelled, and not cancelled is something above around 50,000. Okay, So this is the difference between the resort and city hotel. Now we are going to check the cancellation percentage. So for the percentage, I told you earlier, normalize is equals to true is the formula. So we can see it's cancelled, 72% not cancelled, and approximately 28% is cancelled. So this is the big ratio for cancellation in the resort hotel, and same we can find in the hotel, city hotel. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are taking the city hotel variable df, the data set, and in the large bracket I'm calling the df, and the hotel is our column, and which is equal to city hotel. Okay, so we are going to grab only the details for the city hotel. Here we only grab the details for the resort hotel. Okay, so here we can see the city hotel cancellation is something around 42 percentage, which is way too much high. Okay, so we would like to understand what exactly why it is having the cancellation. Okay, so here we are taking the resort hotel variable, and in the resort hotel we are taking the group by function, reservation status date, and ADR. So we are working on the two columns, reservation status date and ADR. ADR is equals to average daily rate. Okay, and we are taking the mean for it. Same we are going for the city hotel. We are taking city hotel reservation status date and ADR, and we are taking the mean for it. Okay, so now we are going to take the plot. Okay, so we will go to plt.plot reservation hotel, resort hotel. We took the variable here, and resort hotel ADR. We are taking the ADR from the column label. We want resort hotel, and again for the city hotel we are taking another plot because we are plotting two here. Look, you can see the blue resort hotel and the orange city hotel. Okay, so we are taking the city hotel here and city hotel ADR and labeling it for the city hotel. So now you can see the ADR, average daily rate, in city and resort hotel. So you can see down below the dates it's showing, month is showing, year is showing, and it is showing here the resort hotel and city hotel data. How exactly it is look like. So now, this is the ADR, like the average daily rate for the hotels. Like you can see in the 2016 January month, and the resort hotel, the price for the daily rate, it goes something around nearby to 175 to 180 per day. Okay, and for the 2015 January, you can see it is something around 240 per day. Okay, so it is reflecting like this. So, and for in compared to the city hotel, you can see for the same month it is something around 75 to 70 per day. Okay, so there is a huge difference in the rate in the city and the resort hotel. Okay, so now what we are going to see, we are going to create the date. In the date column we are taking the month. Okay, so for the month what we are going to do, we are going to create the column df, and we are taking the month column we want to create it, and is equal to, we are taking the df reservation status date, and we are using the function dt dot month. Okay, so with this we are going to get the months in it. So here you can see I'm plotting it. Look, I would like to see you what we are using sns.countplot. In the x is equal to, we are using the month. See, here is the month we have extracted from the month column which we have created here, and here is we are using the is cancelled date. Date is equals to df palette, we are using the bright. Okay, and we are using the legend box to anchor one by one. We are using the title reservation status per month, x label month, y label is the number of reservation, and we want to make the legend for not cancelled and cancelled. Okay, now the plt dot show, it will show the month in the x-axis, and y-axis it shows the number of reservations, and here you can see the cancelled and not cancelled in it. So you can see the cancelled in the January month is too high. Okay, and for the not cancelled is, you can see in the month of 8 month there is not cancellation, and the cancelled is something around, you can say 3000 up to, and not cancelled something around, you can say above 8000. Okay, so this is the comparison you can take from the reservation status per month. Okay, now we are going to take the top 10 countries reservation, okay, which has cancelled. So what we are going to here, we are going to again take the is cancelled so one here is equal to means cancel, and plt we are using the top 10 country is equal to call data, we are calling the cancelled data here this, and we are choosing the country dot value count. Okay, and we are selecting 10. If you will select 5, it will show the 5 only. Okay, so we are going to use the figure size 8 by 8. We are choosing the title and plot pie. We are using the auto PCT, and in the previous video I told you percentage.2f is the formula. You need to remember it. So plt.py top 10 countries. Okay, I'm taking this variable from here. Auto PCT percentage.tf. I showed you this formula in the previous video also. So you need to remember it. Label I'm using top 10 country dot index. Okay, so it will show the Portugal is having the 70.07 percentage for cancellation, and here you can see the GBR and the ESP France, Italy, it is showing like this in the percentage one. Okay, so now I would like to see the market segment. So here I would like to call the market segment column and dot value count to see what exactly the values showing. Like in the market segment, in this we are having the online TA, offline TA groups, direct, corporate, complementary, aviation. So these are those segments which are reserving for the hotels. Okay, so now we are going to see in which platform we are having the most cancellation. Okay, so now I'm going to see a DF market segment. I'm taking this again in the column value count and normalize equals to true to get the percentage. Okay, so you will see the percentage online TA is taking something 47 percentage, and offline 20, groups is 16 something, and this is how it working. Okay, so now what I'm going to take the cancelled data. Okay, because we want to work on the cancelled data. We are resuming, we are checking this and analyzing it on the basis for reservation to find out the way why it is cancelling and all this thing. So we will focus on the cancellation. So we are taking the cancelled data, market segment in it, value count, normalize. So we will find this. Okay, now what I would like to see, I would like to plot a chart to see this. So what I'm taking not cancelled data is equal to df. I'm taking is cancelled is equal to 0. Okay, so 0 means it is not cancelled, and cancelled df adr is equal to cancelled data. So I am taking the cancelled data group by and taking two columns, reservation status date and adr dot mean. Okay, that I have took the previously also. Now I am again repeating it in different way, and now I am taking the cancel df adr reset dot index in place equals to true, and I'm taking it by sorting the values reservation status date. Okay, so same doing it. This is for the cancelled, and for I'm doing same for the not cancelled. Repeating the same function. Dot mean in place equals to true. Sort values. All are the same. Okay, now here I am using in the plot for the same function which I have created. Okay, so now what I'm doing here, I'm using the title average daily rate. Okay, I'm using the plot not cancelled dfadr which I've taken, and the variable is reservation status date and not cancelled df adr, and taking adr from the column, and label I would like to see not cancelled. Okay, and here the same, I'm checking it for the cancelled df adr reservation status date. I'm taking adr and label I want cancelled. So the one is not cancelled and the another is cancelled. Okay, so the not cancelled is showing in the blue palette, blue lines, and the cancelled is showing in the orange lines. So you can see from 2014 9 you can have all the data reflecting till to 2017 9. So it is showing the highest number of cancellation in the versus ADR. Okay, so this is the date month, and this is the percent. This is the count, value count for the cancellation. Now let's do it on particular year and month wise to see the clear image. Okay, so it was for 2014 till 2017. Now we are checking with the month wise. So here you can see 1 month 2016, 3 month 2016, 5 month 2016. So it is like this we are extracting the data. Okay, so what we are using, cancelled data, again reservation, and not cancelled, again we are using the same thing from the above row. Okay, plot we are using cancelled df adr reservation status, cancelled df adr label, we are doing the cancelled one. So now here what we want to see, we want to see the fluctuation for the ADR, average daily rate, and in the month wise. So how exactly it is working in the monthly. So you can see when you so the not cancelled is the blue one, and the cancelled is the orange one. So you can see when you are increasing the rate, so the cancellations are high. When the rates are low, the cancellation is also low. So it depends on the, it is showing that it depends on the rates. If the rate is down, so there will be no cancellation. So now we are taking in the bar chart. So what we are doing here for the bar plot, we are taking X in the month, Y in ADR, data DF we are calling is called is cancelled is equal to 1. Group by we are taking month ADR sum. So see here, you will see the average daily rate ADR is here and the month is here. So you can see 5,000 above is the ADR, and it is showing by the month wise report. This is how you can be able to do the data cleaning and to get the details from the data inside, detail from the data, and you would have the so this is how you can find the insight of the data, and you can be able to do the data cleaning by checking step by step, and then after you can see it in the graph position, so you can be able to show it to the management and to the project coordinator or to the project owner, so that they can understand easily, and you will try to find out from the big data set. So you have seen that this big data set is something, the rows something around 100,000 plus, and from that we can easily did the data analyzation, and we can take out the results in different aspects, because you know that from the other end when you are working on the data set, so there will be any issue, particular issue from the client side, which they come up with you, and you are going to focus on the same problem and try to find out the problem, why it is showing, why it is having the problem, and then they will take the necessary action on it. So that's it for this video, and I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.